Hello Flosstube, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, June 11th, 2023, and I am back from a couple of weeks away. I do want to tell you I filmed a Flosstube and I never got it edited before my girls' trip, and then I had company and my grandfather's memorial service. And so you're going to notice I am going to kind of splice together or edit together part of that previous Flosstube that I never put up with this one. So I'm just going to combine some of the things that I filmed from the previous Flosstube with this one so that I don't have to refilm all of that. So you may notice clothing change, and maybe I might have my glasses on. I can't remember. So when I get to the editing portion of this, it may be, you'll see that. I just wanted to let you know. As always, timestamps will be listed below. I also provide links for everything that I can find a link for. If you are looking for something and you don't happen to see a link for it, you can always ask. I may not have a link for it though, so keep that in mind. So as I mentioned, went for a girls' weekend at Table Rock Lake in Missouri with some friends. We had a wonderful time. Many of you guessed correctly that we were going to go to Color and Cotton. I am going to be inserting photos from the shops that we visited and that allowed photos. And I will be doing that at the end of the video, or I might do it as I'm talking about haul. We'll see how that works out in the editing process of this. I want to mention to some of you, so anyone who is familiar with Missouri will understand this and know this already, but just for anyone else who might be curious and think that, because you know I stayed near Branson, that it's going to be really quick to Color and Cotton. It is not. From where we stayed, it was almost 5 hours one way to St. Louis. So not close at all. It was a full day trip. And I just wanted to put that out there in case anyone is visiting Branson and thinks it's going to be super quick to go to Color and Cotton. It is not, but it was very fun, and congratulations to them for their new store. So exciting. We also visited CECILIA'S samplers in Branson. Absolutely incredible. Had so much fun there as well. And then we went to Quilts and Quilts, a quilt shop in Branson. They do not allow photos, or I would have taken some inside. Absolutely incredible quilt shop. Had a blast, and I did get a couple things there, not a ton, but I did buy a couple of things that I had been eyeing and that have been in and out of my cart at Fat Quarter Shop multiple times. So I just pulled the trigger and purchased a couple of things there, and I'll be sharing that during the haul as well. So let's jump into today's episode. First up is Q&A. I pulled questions if I've missed your question, which very well could have happened. please ask again. It's not my intention to blow you off or ignore it. I have a lot of video questions, or they come in from different places and I could miss some. One woman show, so if I've missed it, please let me know. Susan, do you still like your lap desk that you got from Amazon? Yes, I use it every day. Absolutely every day. If you're interested at all, the lap desk I use is listed down in the Amazon shop at the bottom of this post in the description. Jean, what is the bag called that you have all of your project bags in? It's called a bog bag. There, you can see it. Bog bag, and these will flip up. I have the baby bog bag. That is probably one of the most often asked questions, is what size. I have linked to it down in the description. It's also in my Amazon shop. I purchased the patriotic one. I just loved it. One handle is white, one is blue, so it's red, white, and blue. And they come in tons and tons of different colors, so you can get like your favorite school color or whatever your favorite color might be. They're really, really fun. There are a couple of different sizes, and yeah, they're a very, very fun bag. And they do fit a lot. Keep in mind, I've taken a bunch of bags out because I have things to show you. Oh, and ignore my folded up bag in here. But it holds a ton of project bags. I put my quilted project bags in here too. So I had about maybe 7 or 8 bags in here, and it sits right next to me. It's fantastic. I love it. Mary, this was a question on my new project bag tutorial. It's a Halloween project bag tutorial. I will share that here in a minute. She says, with respect to the binding, doesn't the glue gunk up your needle? So in that video tutorial, which is linked in the description below, I shared how you can use, like you could use Elmer's glue. I just used some craft glue. I think Eileen's glue, I don't know how you say that, would work as well. No, it doesn't gunk up the needle because you iron it and dry it first. Don't put the liquid glue down, lay down your binding, pull it to the back. If you've watched the video, you'll understand more what I mean, and then run it through your machine. Yes, liquid glue is going to gunk up your needle. What you do is you lay down the glue, you pull the binding over, and you iron it, and that is drying it. You want the glue to be completely dry before you sew. Now, it should pretty much be out of the way of the needle anyway. However, I would don't do that unless you have ironed it and dried it. That is not my tip. I am sharing it. Barbara reminded me of it, and I had first learned of it from Vanessa Gertzen of Lala Boutique. She has a fabric line for Moda Fabrics and a blog and Instagram and all that good stuff. And she mentioned it years ago, and it is a great little technique if you struggle with getting your binding to stay put. Patricia, if you're going to use your quilt on a bed, do you wash the fabric before quilting? No, I never wash my fabric before piecing and quilting. Now, I use high quality cotton fabric, and I follow the recommendation from my favorite fabric designers and my favorite quilt shop. That's Kimberly at Fat Quarter Shop. And none of them wash their fabrics before they sew and quilt. Now, I think some don't wash their quilts. That's probably a personal preference. I usually rinse mine out. And I like to dry them. I like the crinkly look of them once they've gone through the wash in the dryer. Or I kind of partially dry mine and then I hang them to finish drying. But I don't ever wash my fabric before quilting. Denise, I have some pink splash fabric. Would you mind sharing what you stitched on it? I stitched the Heart in Hand Big Hearted Tiny Town on it, and I have a link to that pattern down below if you want to see it. It looks adorable on it. I have not FFO'd it yet. I have quite a stack going of things that need FFO'd, so keep on me. I need to get on those. that is it for Q&A this week. Again, if I've missed your question, please drop it down below and I will answer it next week. Next up, new starts. So this week is all going to be about new starts, and some of them are not exactly from this week. Some were part of that previous Flosstube that I filmed, which I hadn't done a ton of stitching for then either. I have done a lot of quilting. I did a lot of quilting or project bag making prior to going on my girls' trip, and then that's mostly what we did while we were there. I only stitched a little one evening, if you can believe it. This is probably the longest amount of time I've gone without like regular stitching. And then I came home and I had a lot of work to catch up on and get done, so that I could be ready for my parents to be here. They stayed with me. And then we went to my grandfather's funeral and all of that. So I am just getting back into regular stitching. I did stitch one evening with my mom. She didn't bring anything, but she sat with me and we visited while I stitched. So I'm going to share what I've been up to. So the first thing, and I think I will insert it in here right now. So I had mentioned last week that I was going to start my Home Sweet Home by Brenda Gervais. This was my Memorial Day start, and I did get to sit and stitch on that a lot. In fact, I probably should have been doing some other things, but that's okay to get ready to leave. I got almost that whole upper left corner stitched with the strawberries and the bird, and plus quite a bit of the light blue border. I'm stitching on 36 count vintage country mocha, 1 strand over 2, using all the called for DMC and Overdyeds, and that was my progress. Really quick, easy stitch. If you have never stitched any of With Thy Needle and Thread charts before, they're in color and they are super easy to read. Absolutely beautiful. I know that there's a little bit of 1/1 in this chart. The flagpole is going to be 1/1, and then this little, I don't know, is the whole flag 1/1? Which I've not done before, so that's going to be a challenge, but very, very excited to get that started. And like I said, this almost is all done. I have just a couple little things to fill in here. That house is going to be a little bit more fill in, but I think this will be a pretty quick stitch. So you got to see where I started on the With Thy Needle and Thread, my Home Sweet Home. And again, here's what it's going to look like. And I know tons of stitchers are doing this one right now. It is gorgeous. I'm using all the called for. I think I probably mentioned that in that little clip I just inserted in. But I have worked on it more. I did have to do a bunch of frogging. I got it figured out. I was too tired the night I stitched with my mom. So the next morning I got up and I found the mistake. And after they left, I did rip it out and I kind of restitched. So here's where I'm at. I've worked my way, when I shared earlier, I just had this corner and part of the border. I've worked my way across. I did down the side here when I was with my friends. This is where my mistake was, by the way. I thought it was down here, but it wasn't. And then I did finish, with the exception I haven't added the white yet. I got my flagpole in, the flower basket, and I did like the green around the base of the house and some of the vines. I kind of did all of that color. It's Oscar by Weeks Dye Works. I want to mention part of the reason I skipped around. I had started around here, and because I was doing this blue color, it's Blue Corn by Classic Color Works, I went ahead and I wanted to do this little part of the flag, and then I decided to start the flagpole. That is 1/1. I've never done 1/1. Not my favorite. It looks amazing, but I did not love doing it. And there's more 1/1 that will happen up here with the little bird with the little flag in its mouth. The flag is 1/1. But what I found is I started the flagpole and I kind of got off counting. So I decided to fill in everything that the flagpole touches, so that I could just fill in my 1/1 in between until it met up with that with the basket. So that is my little tip for the stitching. I love this stitch. I would like to just monogamous stitch this, but I have some other things I need to do. I love it. I cannot wait to get it done. So that is my first WIP. Oh, and I'm stitching on 36 count vintage country mocha, 1 strand over 2 with all of the called for floss. And this is a fabric I actually bought for another project that I decided not to do. And so I was happy to be able to repurpose that. It's kind of a bigger piece of fabric than I need, but I just left it, and I'll cut off my stitch when I'm all done, and I'll save the rest for something else. Okay, my next new start is, let me see if I can find it in the book, Freedom Flowers from the Summer Memories book. So this is Freedom Flowers. And I am stitching this on 32 count paper bark by Fox and Rabbit, and I changed the colors to color and cotton colors, with the exception I haven't picked a lighter red yet, but I am using the May Club Thread Club colors mostly for this. And yes, I've left it on a ginormous piece of fabric. Here is my start. I've got my beautiful basket down here at the bottom, and I've got some of the dark green branches that come out, and then I'll fill in with the lighter green leaves. So the colors I am using are, the light blue is Old Glory. That's Old Glory. The dark blue will be Shining Sea. I don't think I've used Shining Sea yet. The dark green I'm using, this was not May Club. This is one I picked up on our, when we were at Color and Cotton. This is Tree Lot. I really wanted to use all Color and Cotton, but I forgot to pick up a lighter red, so I may have to use a different overdyed from my stash, which is fine. Liberty is going to be the light green that I use for the leaves, which I haven't used that yet. Valor red, which I love the names. I love, love, love the names. That is what I used for the basket, and that'll be any of the dark red, but I need to pick a lighter for that Freedom Flowers. So again, this is 32 count paper bark by Fox and Rabbit, 2 over 2, and I am changing all the colors to Color and Cotton. And I just did all of that in one evening. It's going to be a really quick stitch. I'd love to finish that one up before I see you guys again next week. My final new start, which there's been 2 weeks. I don't think I shared it in my previous Flosstube because I didn't get back to it. If you watched my live for my Flossiversary Summer Sow 2023, which we're doing Cherry Hill Stitchery paper patriotic charts, I started with the week 1 live and I never got back to it, but I have stitched quite a bit on it this week, and I am thinking I should be caught up by the time we get to week 3 live chat this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. I started with Stars and Stripes Forever, and I'm also going to be adding in the basket from Red, White, and Bloom. And I'm stitching on 32 count paper bark by Fox and Rabbit, and I'm using the called for DMC. However, if the colors are not the same on the 2 charts, I'm picking one or the other, but it's all DMC, and there's where I'm at. I haven't added the white into the top border yet. I had planned on using whitewash from Weeks Dye Works, but I don't think it's going to show up enough, so I'm going to switch to probably Bamboo or Snowball from Classic Color Works. So I will add that today and continue working on. It's a very quick stitch. Absolutely love it. And I will be finishing mine on the Plentiful Pocket from Chantal's 141 design. I want a hardback finish. I have a lot of patriotic pillows, and I want a hard finish. So that is my third start for the last couple of weeks. Absolutely going to be so beautiful. Kept in my patriotic bag that I made. There is a video tutorial there. And I will be starting this week, Land That I Love, and creating a pillow with this. So I will have links to the patriotic bag tutorial down in the description. I will have links to the last 2 weeks lives if you want to go back and see what we chatted about. I shared some fun things. So some of this that I'm gonna show a little bit later in the quilting section, you guys got to see if you were there for the live or you watched the replay. But I'll go into a little bit more depth and detail in this video. So I just want to remind everyone about the Flossiversary Summer Sale 2023. I'm going to put the hashtag down here on the screen. Please use that hashtag when you're posting. I know I've been super sporadic just because I've had a lot going on, but I'm going to start going back, searching out the hashtag, and hopefully being able to comment and repost and share you guys' work for the sale. Thank you guys for participating. I love it. And don't forget that we will be live for week 3, Wednesday evening, June 12th, 13th, 14th. Had to think about it, at 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and Facebook. I know last week my internet blipped and YouTube let me come back, but Facebook did not. So it cut it off right when the internet blipped. So if that happens, I am sorry. And I do want to mention, if you're commenting from Facebook during that live, because it's a private group, it's not giving me your name. It says Facebook user. So if you're watching on Facebook, that's great because it does allow captions as I am live, which I know a lot of you really, really like. If you comment from there and you want me to know who you are, just put your name in your comment. And that way it allows me as I am live, because it will post your comment. It just doesn't give me your name. And I love it. So I hope you guys are loving that. Tried to add in, something new. It's a learning experience every time, but I do love that I am able to do that for you guys, especially if you want to watch it. Let's say you want to watch it on mute because you've got other things going on or it's hard to hear. I'm hoping that the captions while I'm actually live allows more of you to participate. So thank you guys again for joining in. So quilting, I will be inserting here part of what I shared for quilting earlier. So here is that right now. Let's go ahead and do quilting. So the first thing, and I did put this video tutorial up, I made a project bag for the Happy Haunting Mystery Sal from Fat Quarter Shop using the quilting pattern for the first block. I'm not going to sew along with the quilt, the mystery quilt along this time, but I did take their first block and I turned it into a project bag for Halloween. I thought that that would be really easy. You could definitely go do this yourself. You could use one of the Bats and Boos would be a great one from 2 years ago. Just anything that fits within this space. So I knew the moon and bat block was going to work. This is all left over. Can't think of the name of the fabric. It is not current. It's Sweetwater fabric. I had it left over from a quilt that I cut up to sew and haven't sewn yet. So I just grabbed it. It all coordinates. So this is the front of my bag. This is a charm from Fat Quarter Shop. I will link that down below if you're interested and you want to grab one for a bag. Here's the back of my bag. And of course, I've got my Sweetwater label here from the Label Club, or you can order their labels. Customized labels for that, but I went ahead and labeled it as well. And then the inside of the bag is just white, and just something I had on hand. I've got my pattern, I've got my fabric and floss all ready to start. So definitely check out the video tutorial. I will have that linked down below if you're interested, but super, super fun. And a great way to kind of incorporate, and this can be used beyond just the mystery Sal, but I thought it would be a fun Halloween bag. So there is that. And this is an example of taking a quilt block and incorporating it in. I basically use the same measurements that I've been using for a lot of my bags for this. I'm just going to move this bag. And that's kind of how I came up with this size. I looked at the quilt block size and I forgot to print it out. I will link to the download from Fat Quarter Shop for this down below if you're interested, but it would make a cute little pillow or something as well. So the other thing I did, and I made many of these for my friends, for friend gifts, is I made project bags for them. And I am going to hold it up next to this so you can see it's slightly smaller. It's about the same width. It is the same width. It's 14 inches, but it's about an inch shorter, but it still works. But I made a rainbow bag. Rainbow bags for everybody. Little charm from Cherry Chick Biz. I love this rainbow charm. All scraps from my stash or fabric yardage from my stash. Most of it is Bonnie and Camille. The purple is not. It is Cluck Cluck. So Allison Harris, I think. It's just, I don't have a lot of purple fabric, so this was definitely a scrap. But everything else is Bonnie and Camille. And they're not all the same, like the red. I think everything but the red. And that's because I just went through my red scrap bin to piece these together. I will link, this rainbow pattern is a download I bought from Etsy, I believe. I can't remember the name of it. That will be down in the description, and I'll try to put it on the bottom of the screen as well. But when I looked at this, the rainbow itself, the block is bigger, but I only did the rainbow, and then I did this. I did the rainbow block. I pieced some fabric on each side, and then I called that the bottom of the bag. That was really enough. The blue is actually on the front and the back. I have tons of this yardage. I ended up not using it for what I intended to use it for, so I used it for this. And then I have a bunch of these labels that I actually got. I ordered them a long time ago from someone on Etsy, and I didn't have any other labels that really matched, so I used them here. Any of the Sweetwater labels, but I'm almost out of these. I probably won't buy any more of them. So these are my bags. The inside of the bag is this rainbow fabric. Lots of these fabrics have been used for my the rainbow zipper pull down bags, which I did work on some of those. I just didn't get them completely assembled. So maybe I'll be sharing those on my social over the weekend, but absolutely love these bags. And inside, these are already filled, but I'm going to show you, my bag is not all the way together. I ran out of zippers, so Nicole is going to have to wait. Inside the bag, I wanted to show you what I filled it with. This is a free download from Teresa Kogut. I got mine off of Fat Quarter Shop. It says create every day. You can pick your own colors for this. Remember that. So I printed this out for everybody. And I ordered these from the Cherry Chick Biz to stick in everyone's bag. They're the beautiful rainbow decorative pins. I just thought that they would be a fun touch. Obviously, we've got a theme going. And then I reached out to Angela at Color and Cotton and asked her to help me put together a rainbow pack of floss. And here is what we came up with. And so I put these in the project bag for each of my friends, and with thinking that we could stitch the create chart in rainbow with the Color and Cotton Overdyed. So I am going to do this as well, and I will share my progress, but I just wanted to show this to you guys. I'm really excited about them. Here they all are. I just absolutely love, I'm loving making project bags so much, you guys. They did take hours and hours, and way more hours than I thought. Many 2 o'clock, I saw 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30. a couple nights, 1 o'clock one night. If you guys know me, I know you think I don't sleep. I love my sleep. So that didn't really work out very well for me, is what I'm saying. I 0 stars, do not recommend, because I was grumpy and I had headaches every day. So I should have started these sooner. Lesson learned. Okay, while I was gone, here are the things I worked on. So I know that in that little previous segment that I just shared with you guys, I showed you the rainbow bag. Here it is again, that I made for all of my friends. And the quilt block for this, it's called the Rainbow Quilt Block Pattern. I have a link to it. It's from an Etsy shop down below. I used all Bonnie and Camille fabric. I think I mentioned that already. But I made mine while I was there. So I had quilted all the panels, and I could see I was quickly running out of time. I made choices were made. How about that? Choices were made, and I put all this off to the last minute thinking, this is going to be fast. Girl, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I had all of these pieced, and then I'm like putting all the fabric, the layers together for binding, for quilting. And the quilting, crosshatch quilting takes a minute. I know it doesn't look big. I did the front and the back. It takes a minute, and then you've got to add in your zipper. Then you have to add in your binding, or sew on your binding. And I'm just going to be honest. I did the binding the morning I left. I have learned my lesson. No more waiting till the last minute. Anyway, a cute charm. I know I shared this before from Cherry Chick. I do want to mention, I don't know if I shared this or not, so if it's a repeat, so sorry. I did use a bigger zipper for, no, I don't think I did, because I think on the others I did use the Atkinson zippers. This is a by Annie zipper. It's a little bit bigger. So here's another funny for when I went. When I packed these cases like with things, with projects I thought I would put together. So I had several rainbow things in this one. I made a rainbow pull-down bag for my friend Shari for her birthday. That also had to be finished. Her gift was the bag, but also that I made it while we were there. You guys, it's fine. It's all fine. It got made. But I didn't have enough of the Atkinson zippers, and I do have some of these by Annie zippers in my stash. I love them. They are going to be quite a bit longer, but you can cut them off. They're a nice nylon zipper. There's no metal or anything, so they are really easy to work with, and they do come in beautiful colors. The benefit, and I know if you watched my Halloween bag tutorial, is because I used one of them in that as well. It's bigger right here. Now, for the Cherry Chick charms, it doesn't matter. They're going to fit on that smaller, but see how big this opening is right here. If you have a charm that's quite a bit chunkier, these by Annie zippers are the way to go. You can also get them by the yard, I believe. If you feel comfortable putting the zipper pull on, I so do not. That is a skill that is on my list of things I want to work on. So, but anyway, so again, rainbow bag. I love it so much. And this is my very own. And you did see the pattern and the floss I got from Color and Cotton and everything in that little previous segment I inserted. Okay, so this video went up this week. The Haunted Halloween Stitch and Quilt Along for Fat Quarter Shop 2023 has started. And so this is the bag I created. I had filmed all this as well. I just didn't have the video edited. So this was all filmed. I've had this bag done for a little bit, but the stitch along started this last week. So that's when I wanted to share it. And this is an example of a zipper charm that has a big clasp, and these clasps do not fit on those Atkinson zippers. So that is something I wanted to mention. This charm is from Fat Quarter Shop. Theirs are a little bit chunkier. I've had this for at least a year or two, waiting to put it on a project bag, and I love it. This is block 1 of the quilt along, called Bat in the Sky. And this fabric is Late October by Sweetwater. I know I mentioned this in that video tutorial. I will link to the video tutorial down below. It's going to give you supplies. This collection came out last year. You'll probably be able to find, Fat Quarter Shop still has a little bit of yardage and stuff, but I don't know that they have all of this. Any Halloween collection, the newest Fig Tree quilts, autumn Halloween collection just came out. It would be perfect for Halloween bags. So check that out, or whatever your favorite is. And then also in the video I mentioned I didn't have enough of this, so I sewed mine together and then just made my backing like that. Sweetwater label, as I'm finally using all those Sweetwater labels I've been saving forever. And just you wait till my haul. I needed more. I've been sewing so much, I need more. Anyway, so that is another project bag. I haven't started stitching yet, but I am going to this week. I need to get caught up. Okay. Also, Sweetwater Stitcher. Jessica showed her Trixie bag from Minky Kim, and so you can download a lot of the Minky Kim patterns right from Fat Quarter Shop. I have quite a few that I have downloaded or purchased and downloaded from Minky Kim in the past, but I did go and buy several more, including the Trixie bag. And I sewed this up on my weekend away. I did use one of the Cherry Chick charms. This is the little patriotic heart. And I do want to mention that at least as of a week ago, these are back in stock. And then she has another one, a little patriotic ice cream. Why can I not get that turned around right? There we go. A patriotic, okay, I give up. A patriotic ice cream cone, which I have in my haul this week. I did go ahead and purchase those. So this little Trixie bag, super cute. I did use the Amy Smart Portsmouth fabric. I did do my favorite crosshatch quilting on this, and this is a label from the Sweetwater Label Club from this last month. It came like literally right as I was leaving. I threw it in my bag, and instead of putting it on the back, I kind of put it on the front. I have this t-shirt as well with this design. It doesn't have my name, but it has this design, and the sweatshirt, and I love them. So this is my first one. I can see making tons more. Let's show the inside. So here's the inside. I did the blue stars for inside my bag, and I am going to just put some little, I think it would be cute for the Clover Wonder Clips. I'm going to put some of my stitching stuff in here, like a corner gauge, scissors, clips, extra needles. I'm just going to throw it in here. I think it's perfect for this season, and then I'm sure I'll switch it out. We're going to need, we're going to need a fall one and a Christmas one and all of the things. So that is the Trixie bag from Minky Kim, and I will link that down below. Highly recommend. Very good beginner stitching project, I think. So okay, next up, I know early in my Flosstube journey, I shared this pattern. Let me find it. Okay, I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. I'm sure it's still in one of my boxes. But this is the Nantucket mini charm bag. This was designed, it's from Moda, but obviously this is the Camille Ross Kelly fabric. The mini charm pack squares, I didn't use all of the mini charm pack. I really liked the blue one, the white and navy, pardon me. So that's the version I did. There's multiple versions in the pattern. I did link the pattern down below. There's a couple of ways to get it. It is a free download, or you can buy the paper pattern from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's not expensive. I really personally love the paper pattern, but either one is fine. I did put the smaller zipper in here. This has a little clasp on it. This is one of the Moda charms that they did to match. I don't know if these are still available. I didn't find them I mean, I'm sure you can find them somewhere, but I didn't look super hard either. But I sewed this up really quick. This white on white fabric is an old one from Bonnie and Camille. I have a thing for white on white fabric. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I have yards and yards from different collections. I have a bolt of another Pin Dot one that I use a lot just because I use it all the time. So I actually used it, or no, I just used a plain white inside of my bag. Cutest little bag. I want to sew up more of these using other charm packs and colors. Very, very easy to do. I just love it. Isn't it cute? I absolutely love it. I don't know why I took so long to do this. I think it's taken me a year. And inside I have surprise. We as a group did a little group project. This is a pattern. It's the little flag pattern. Remember the pillow I quilted last year? Pretty soon I'm going to get out all of my patriotic. I still haven't. I want to tell you guys a funny. So when we got home from the funeral service, my daughter and her fiance actually ended up, they wanted my mom and dad, or she wanted her grandparents to see her puppy. So they went home and got the puppy and brought him back. And we had just sandwiches for supper. And she says to me, "Oh, Mom, I see you got your Easter decorations down." Some of them. She was being smart. She was being a sass. And I said, "Ha ha." Anyway, that's going to happen. That's happening this week too. And we're going to switch out to patriotic. So I want to do a patriotic kind of, little showcase next week. My patriotic quilts, I have two, I think, just two right now. I have a patriotic, the pillow that I quilted that uses this little pattern, but I put them together into a pillow, and then my stitching, and then adding to it for red, white, and June. But we made bunches of these, and I have lots of extra, and that means that I am going to be popping these into the giveaways from this week. So you're going to get a little cute patriotic pillow, pincushion decor. It's super cute. I'm going to insert photos when we do when I kind of at the end of the video, so you can kind of just see, we did a little video. If you've watched, I did do one on Instagram, but very, very fun. So that is the Nantucket mini charm bag. I am really loving sewing. I love cross stitch, don't get me wrong, but I have really been loving sewing up all the little bags lately, especially the things that have been in my stash for a while. Okay. I started this panel and I need to figure out how to finish the bag. So here, and I kind of made this up. Now, not this block. This block is from the Summer Memories book. This is going to be a flag patriotic bag, but I need to figure out how to finish it because obviously it's smaller than a regular bag and I don't want to cut up or break up the flag design. I think I came up with a solution today. Could do vinyl, could do zipper at the top, although I don't know how great that would look. I will figure something out. I have not sewn my label on because I haven't fully committed, but I love it. It is the Amy Smart Portsmouth fabric. I had tons of leftover because I bought the jelly roll and cut it into mini charms for my bags. So I have leftover and I cut it into 1.5 inch strips that I put together to create a flag. And I love it, love it, love it. So I just was going to share that even though it's not done. And then finally, Jackie, I don't know how to say her last name, Gillies on Instagram has an Instagram reel where she makes this rainbow pouch, kind of with the boxy corners. I am going to link to her Instagram down below. We followed it and put together some rainbow bags. I did a 1/2 inch quilting for mine. This is the V&Co confetti, I believe, jelly roll. I did cut mine into 1.5 inch strips, so I had a little bit of waste. And I picked my favorites. I didn't use all of them. So because it's ombre, here's the lighter side. And obviously here's the darker. It turned out so cute. I did use one of those By Annie zippers. I used whatever I had, and I thought it coordinated nice back to the minty, aqua-ish minty colors stripes. I put one of the Sweetwater labels that I had almost as a label on the front, like I did the Trixie pouch, instead of the back. And I need to iron it because you can still see my black lines in there. I think I forgot to iron that part when I marked it for folding up the bottom. But very cute, great pouch bag, absolutely amazing. I do have extra of this, and I am going to sew more of these, at least 1 or 2. To do as giveaways when we reach 100K. So I want to add a charm to this, so I will be doing that as well. But if you like the look of this cutie, it's adorable. And it's going to hold, you know, a little bit more stuff. You could use this for a lot of different things. But this will, I'm going to sew more of these. I love the 1/2-inch quilting. It did take a hot minute, not going to lie. But I love the quilting. I love the 1/2-inch quilting that's really tight and tiny. I'm a crosshatch quilting kind of girl, but stay tuned because more of these are going to be in my 100K giveaway that we're getting closer. I think we're at 96,000 or almost 96,000 here. So by the end of the year, I would really, really love this fall to be having a huge celebration. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. All right, you guys, let me look and see if I talked about everything on that page. I sure did. Okay, it's time for haul. Well, bear with me. We got some haul, and it goes into the next page. First, I'm going to talk about anything that is not trip-related, visiting actual LNS or quilt shops. So things that have come. Let's talk about floss clubs first. The Floss Frenzy Club, which is the Weeks Dye Works Club through Fat Quarter Shop, came. And let's look at this month's colors. What is this one? Oh, it's Blue Coat Red. I love it. Blue Coat Red. It's getting pulled because I'm going to use that in my Freedom Flowers. I love these colors. A lot of these colors are some of my favorites from Weeks Dye Works. So absolutely gorgeous. Also, don't forget this one. I love the club. It really is allowing me to have, they're going alphabetically. So you're kind of getting them alphabetically, and sometimes they go together and sometimes they don't, like color-wise, but that doesn't matter. I put them all on the ring, and I can just shop my stash first, which is super handy, you know, when it's like 10:30 and you want to start a new project, 10:30 at night and you want to start a new project, or 10:30 in the morning and you don't want to go to the store or hope that they have it, or you don't have an LNS, or you have to order it online. So I love that it comes every month and I'm building my stash. So that is the Floss Frenzy. Next, the Floss Fix, which is Classic Color Works, also came. Blue Beatrice. Oh, Blue Corn, one of my favorites. Lots of blues. Blue Moon. Blueberry Tart. Blushing Beauty. And Boysenberry Jam. Look at that. That's beautiful. So that is the Classic Colorworks Floss Fix. And my Color and Cotton June Thread Club came. I do the 10 skeins. There's not 10 in one and 5 in the other. That it just says that because I do the whole thing. So let's go through the colors that came for June. Gingham, shaker box. I like that. Spool, like that one too. Velveteen. That's also pretty. We may have to look at that one for the Freedom Flowers. And tulle. And then I also got, because I get the 10, patchwork, bobbins, thimble, buttons, and macrame. Beautiful, beautiful colors. So excited about that. We're just going to go slow because I have a lot. I ordered from Cherry Chick, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. So I ordered the sunflower decorative pins. I live in Kansas, the sunflower state, so I'm a sucker for these. I think they'd be really cute with bee themed stitches or other summery things. And then she very sweetly included these Quilting Bees pins. So cute. And then I got some charms. So let me show you which charms I picked up. She has some Halloween ones that just dropped as well, and I do want to tell you that I ordered some. They're not here yet. So here are the stars, and they come in sets of 2. So she clips them together, so you're going to get 2. I ordered several of these for the project bags that I've made for giveaways, the patriotic bags I've made, project bags I've made for giveaways. I cannot talk. So let me put all my stars back in here so I don't lose them. And then I don't think I ordered any of the hearts this time, but she added the patriotic ice cream cones, so I did pick up those. Aren't those cute? And then I had only put off ordering these because there wasn't anything I was ordering at the moment, but because I was ordering all these, I did grab these darling little bee charms, zipper pulls, I guess, because I need them, obviously. And then I thought I ordered more Christmas than I did, but I didn't. So I did order a couple more of those when I got Halloween, but these are the Santa hats, and they're super cute too. So I have linked to these things down below. Check out her shop. The best zipper pulls, I think, decorative pins. I love everything that she does. And I also ordered the bee needle minder that she has that looks, it's just cute. It's so cute. So check it out. I'll be sharing that in my next haul, I'm sure. Okay, so this is a funny story. I know I've mentioned I showed whenever I got the 2022 designer mystery quilt blocks how far behind I am. I've only sewn 1 block. I actually want to take a day this week and just sew them. I want to sew them. I want to get it sent off to Knot and Thread to get quilted because I love it. It's the Nantucket collection from that little project bag I just showed you, which was my favorite collection. It might be Ruby is my favorite from Bonnie and Camille. And then the new, what's the new collection that's coming like this fall, I think. That's probably going to be my next, like it'll be right up there. But Nantucket, it was all navies, blues, greens, and whites. Loved it. So I have several quilts started with that collection, and I want to get those blocks sewn. It's not going to take very long. But here's my funny story. So I'm saying this because I forgot I signed up for I pre-ordered or, did the reservation fee for the 2023 designer mystery quilt. And so I get this charge and I get the shipping notification. I'm like, what did I buy? You guys. So I know I got the finishing kit, but it's not in and it hasn't shipped yet. It's also by Camille Ross Kelly, and it is her collection which is Sunnyside from Moda. I didn't realize I signed up for it, so now I have another one I need to do. And block 1 has already come. Here's block 1. I think it may have sold out, but I don't know if they're going to restock it or not. Here's the backing. I mean, I was all in. Backing, finishing, the monthly patterns. I need to get to sewing some more. So that came. And then I did get the last pattern in the Big City Christmas, the music hall. I'm going to do my very, very best to stitch this, and I don't know if I'll get it all done in Christmas in July, but it's gonna be a focus piece for Christmas in July. I don't know that I'm gonna start a ton of different pieces. I think I'm gonna try to finish things that are close to being done. Christmas stitches I already have. This is obviously started. I've only done one, but I'm going to do my best to get these stitched up. So that came, and this is the final one, I believe. And then I did see this from Little House Needleworks, Americana sampling. I had to have it. Thank you, Lori Craig, for enabling that. And so I don't know if that'll get stitched this year either, but I'm putting it in my patriotic bag. And anything that I want to stitch or work on, I'm starting with lists because I want to stitch these things. And then this was random. I pre-ordered, and I don't have them yet because she asked if it was okay to ship them when she got back from StitchCon. Did I order from Top Knot Stitcher? Ooh, can't remember. Anyway, I saw this pattern, but then it was sold out there. This is a long way of telling you that I ended up ordering this from 123 Stitch. I actually have never stitched a Blackbird design pattern. I think I've seen a Flosstuber stitch this. I ordered Midnight Watch from Blackbird Designs, and I ordered all the floss. I absolutely love this, and this is going to be one of my fall stitches. I just love it. I absolutely love it. What do you think our called for fabric is? Let's just look. It was stitched on a 30 count Century Brown by R&R. Well, we're going to see what Nichol has in store in her drawer of shame, and see if I have something that'll work. But I mean, you guys, how gorgeous is that? I'm so excited. If you've been here a while, you know my love of all things Halloween and fall and Christmas and patriotic and Valentine's. Who am I kidding? I love it all. Okay, I know I mentioned that I got more Sweetwater labels, and so I just wanted to show you from their Etsy shop. Whoops. Let's do this. I got more of these, and I just customized them with my name, and they ship super fast, you guys. So I ordered that sheet. I ordered this one, and then I got sheets of randoms. Some of these are designs that they did in their monthly labels from the club, and then they just kind of combine them for sheets. So I got those, and then I did get a couple of sheets of these. So I should be all set for labels, right? Very, very good. Very happy about that. We're just going to put those right away right now. And the last, oh, I missed one. The last thing from like non-vacation haul is this t-shirt. I know that the pre-order is out. Maybe they will make them available again, but I did get the Primrose Cottage. My soul is fed with needle and thread tee in kind of the blushy rose color. I love it. I love it. It's super soft and just a fun way to support the girls that I love there. So thank you, Lindsay and Emily and team. I love you girls, and very, very excited. Okay, I imagine how cute would this be with like a little denim jacket too, like in the fall. I think it'd be cute. Anyway, so I got that, and let's talk about L&S vacation haul shopping. So as I mentioned earlier, we went to Color and Cotton, and what I'm going to do is this. So I will be including here in a split screen photos from the trip as I'm kind of talking, and I'm just going to, and I'm going to share my haul, but as I'm sharing my haul, you're going to see photos from our time there. I thought that would maybe be easier or fun. I'm going to share examples of things that you saw or that you'll see there. Obviously, the beautiful wall of Color and Cotton floss in rainbow. They also carry classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, DMC. Maybe, I don't know if they carry anything else, but they carry all of that. There is beautiful hand-dyed linen, Lugana, Aida fabrics. You're going to see pictures of all of those things. Had a few examples. Please remember, they're a brand new store, so they do not have a ton of sample projects yet. They had gorgeous ones. My friend Karen actually picked up the Liberty chart. Is that Country Cottage or Little House Needleworks, or neither? She picked up a beautiful Liberty stitch, and honestly, I never would have picked it up from the picture of the chart. They had all muted colors. Well, whoever stitched the example in the shop, which I'll show on screen as I'm talking about it right here, stitched it in bold, what I kind of consider classic patriotic colors. And Karen got the pattern because she wanted to do that, and then also like listed out what the floss is for it because it's gorgeous, absolutely so pretty. They had several other really fun examples and things. They have some charts. I ended up buying my first Teresa Kogut that I actually have. So I buy some fabric, which I'm going to start talking about here, and I check out. I bought fabric. I randomly bought floss based on color names that I liked. I had no plan, you guys, none. I bought a trim, one or two trims, some rusty jingle bells, whatever. Anyway, I should probably start showing that stuff. And I went back in line. Well, no, as everybody else is checking out, I'm over looking at the patterns. No, I was on my phone looking on Instagram, and I think it was Emily Call, started stitching Teresa Kogut's, one of her Halloween designs from her Halloween book from last year. And I had seen it over in the pattern, so I went over and picked it and got back in line. And so many of us, in fact, if I'm wrong, you guys, girls will have to tell me. I think we all ended up going through twice. So I'll show that first, since I know you guys have seen it. It's absolutely amazing. And I think maybe what I shouldn't say turned me off. First of all, I've changed my thinking. Red Velvet Quilts, Carrie on Instagram. Well, it's Carrie, but Red Velvet Quilts on Instagram. She started stitching this, and I kind of love it. I thought, oh, it's too big. And then I kind of forgot. I mean, Teresa showed on her Flosstube that it has lots of little charts in it, but I want to show the one that I saw being stitched. I got to find the picture, not the chart. Hold on. That made me buy this book. And then as I've looked at it, I'm like, well, I kind of want to stitch multiple things from here. Okay. Hold please while Nichol is down here. Oh, here it is. It's this one right here. And I was like, oh my gosh, how cute. So I'm kind of become a huge Teresa Kogut lurker fan, because like I said, I ordered 2 of her brand new patterns. If you have AirPods in, I'm sorry, it's going to be crinkly for 1 second. I don't know what I did with the floss I bought. I think I put it away and I'm not going to go grab it. I didn't buy anything that goes with anything, you guys. There's Nicole's fun story for the day. I just literally picked things that had fun names. Christmas colors and fall colors, I believe. I did pick up this twill. I'm going to guess it's Lady Dot Creates, which is definitely kind of my patriotic jam this year. I love that color. So I did get that. Here are my rusty jingle balls. Jingle bells. Sorry, I give up. So I got a couple different sizes in these for finishes. I thought they were just precious. I know you can get them on Amazon too, but I was in person shopping and I went where the spirit moved me. I do not know what color this is. It's a limited edition fabric, bicolor and cotton. This is a 32 count Lugana. I think I'm going to stitch a patriotic stitch on this. Really pretty. I only got, what, 3? I do want to do a patriotic stitch on this one. Kind of forgot. We'll see what we decide to do. This is also a limited edition. This is another 32 count Lugana. It's a mint color. This is a bigger. So that first one was that a fat quarter? Let me look. Well, 1/8 yard for that one. And this is a what? This is a quarter of a yard. I don't think I had a rhyme or reason for the things I picked up. And then this is a 32 count pewter linen. This one did have the color on it, and I love this color. I think it would work for a lot, but I do kind of think some patriotic on this would be kind of cool. We're going to see. Nicole might be stitching something on that. Anyway, so that is my color and cotton stash. I hope you enjoyed the photos of our time there. It was super, super fun. So trip 2, only about 45 minutes from where we were staying, was Branson. And it was CECILIA'S samplery. There is the address and phone number and the web address. This is the bag. They put everything in when you purchased. Very, very nice. A couple of my friends donated their bags, so I will be giving away, when I do some giveaways, I will be giving away the bags to eventually. We're not going to do it this week, but stay tuned for that. And thank you, girls, for donating. That was really sweet. Let me grab the things I bought. Again, I'm going to do the same thing I did before, where I'm going to insert photos while I'm talking. Very, very cool. They do have an online shop. So some of these things you can find, some I couldn't find. So if I couldn't, I didn't add links, but the things I could find links for, I did. And I'm just going to go through my purchases. So let me figure out how to do this the best. I had a theme, for sure. In fact, let's do everything else and then let's talk about my theme. I did pick up one Halloween chart with Thy Needle and Thread, Hallows Eve at Raven's Hollow, because I just love Brenda Gervais patterns so much. Very, very cute. And I did have a link for that. I did pick up one piece of fabric. This is a 32 count mint Lugana. I had a thing for mint. I was buying some. So I got this. Don't have any idea why I'm on my mint kick, but I am. So there was that. And everything else I bought is a shepherd's bush pattern or kit that they were carrying. They had a basket. The basket picture is going to go in right here. Lori tipped me off to it, and I think we all ended up buying at least a couple patterns. I went crazy. Oh my gosh, they're darling. So here's the deal. And I am going to be inserting the photos right here because I can't show you the chart. The chart is technically free, but it's free if you buy the button. And you can do that directly from Shepherd's Bush too. So definitely check them out. They have more than what I'm going to show here. And again, I am not showing the pattern. I'm just going to show you buy the button and then you get the free pattern. So this is Scare Ewe. And obviously this is Scare Ewe right here because they're darling. And Ewe is EWE because they're all sheep. Here is the button Liberty Ewe and the photo. I'm telling you, I had a little bit of fun. Merry Ewe, like M-E-R-R-Y, not M-A-R-R-Y. This is You Can Build a Snowman. Oops, wrong side. Little top hat. And you knew I had to get the Halloween ones, right? Boo to You. I keep putting this on the wrong side. So that's the button. I'm skipping around. I didn't have these really in seasonal order. This is Long May You Wave, which I believe it's a little beehive. Yeah, it is. It's a little beehive, but it's a kind of a Liberty chart. Joy to You, which is like a, what little hat? It is. It's a Santa hat that you put on the sheep. And Hocus Pocus, which is a sunflower, and you knew I had to have that, but it's a Halloween-ish chart. It's cute, cute, cute. So I hope, I have a feeling those are going to be really popular. I wanted to put as much as I could here. You can always call them and see if they still have them or they've reordered them. Call Shepherd's Bush and check with them. If not, or if you have a local shop that carries Shepherd's Bush kits or patterns or buttons or whatever the case may be, please check them out. Again, it's the button. The buttons are $10 and you get the chart for free. So basically, you're paying for the chart, but you're getting the button. I mean, you're paying for the button, but you're getting the chart. It all evens out. They're very cute. You're going to see me stitching those. I am going to do the patriotic ones. I'm going to hope to get those done here in Red, White, and June. They're small, but I'm very, very excited. Okay. I also, it's a theme, Shepherd's Bush theme. This is the Flag Day kit. It comes in this little tin. You get the chart, the fabric, you get everything to finish. So obviously I can't show you the chart, but you get the chart. You get a little piece of linen. You get the floss, the chenille trim, and the fabric to finish the little stitch. And it was just too cute. It was too cute to pass up. So I got Flag Day. That also is cute. It also is a sheep. I'm telling you, there's a theme. I love it. Apparently I need to get to Shepherd's Bush, right? I know that those of you have been there. And then I think this is the last patriotic theme. I walked by it. It was right when we walked in, and I looked at it, and we talked about it as a group, like several of us. And I was like, yeah, we'll see. Well, and then I saw another one a little bit later, and I was like, I'm getting that, and I'm going back and getting this one. So this is the Liberty Bag Kit from Shepherd's Bush. And even if you didn't want to stitch it into the bag design, I think it would be a cute little stitch. But it comes with, obviously, the pattern, the floss, the bag is already done. You stitch it. I don't know how you stitched on there. I haven't opened it yet. But very cute. I mean, look at that cute little stitch. I'm a sucker for the little tiny towns. Love it. And along those same lines, I got this one just kind of as an everyday. This is Sew a Needle Pulling Thread, also from Shepherd's Bush. You also get the the bag, floss, buttons, pattern, get all of it. Get everything to make it. Super, super cute. Okay, Quilts and Quilts, which I couldn't take a photo inside of the shop because they don't allow video or photography inside. I didn't, like I said, I didn't buy a lot. I looked around. Gorgeous shop. So worth stopping. If you are a quilter, sewer, project bag maker, like they had felt projects, kits. They have so much stuff. It's very worth stopping if you are in Branson, Missouri. I loved it. I would have loved to go back, spend more time there, maybe go with more of a plan. The only things I bought some more Aurafill for my sewing machine, which that's not exciting, so I'm not going to show that. That's blah. But they had these t-shirts, so I did buy one. This is Quilting Forever, Housework Whenever. And then it has the Quilts and Quilts logo. I just thought it was cute. Cute, fun t-shirts, super soft. They had a whole bunch of different ones, so check that out if you are a sucker for cute t-shirts like I am. And then this is what I have eyed. Now they have theirs kitted up. I am going to link to Fat Quarter Shop down below for the panels because I've had the panels in and out of my cart for a very long time. So I got the Lori Holt My Happy Place Zippy Bags panel with zippers. So you get the panel, her zippers come in here. You do have to get, it tells you how much you need for all the finishing. But I bought it as a kit. You can just buy the panel. Very excited about that. So I got, here's the panel to make the bags. I know Lori has a video on how to do this. Lori Holt has a video on how to make her bags. So I'll probably be viewing that. And then of course, throw everything on the floor. There are the zippers. They're those cute double zippers. You can, and then I did link to buying the zippers. You could get these for any bag. They don't have to be just for that. So these zippers are 16 inches, which means they're going to be fantastic. Fantastic. So I got that one. And then I got the calico zippy bags too. They had samples sewn up. That's part of probably why I bought these, is they had samples and they were quilted so beautifully. So, calico kit. Oh, here's what it looks like. So those are what the panels look like. This one was my favorite, obviously, the fall one. Shocking. And then the zippers, same thing. You can get these zippers like this, and I think maybe even individually for both the colors. So I am excited to put those together, and that was what I got at Quilts and Quilts. Okay, the rest of my haul is some stuff Fat Quarter Shop sent me, so thank you so much, Fat Quarter Shop. Some of these will be in today's giveaway or future giveaways. First up, they sent the Chicken Club Hank pattern. It is the next in their Chicken Club. Absolutely darling. I love seeing you guys stitching these. So cute. They sent the May Stackables. Look at that bee. Even if you didn't want to stitch everything, wouldn't this be cute? So pretty. So this is the May Stackables pattern. Summertime is the next in their Simply Sign pattern series. And I believe they kind of go on these fun little boards that they have. Absolutely cute. And you can also finish it anytime you want, or anytime. Yeah, you can finish it anytime, any way you want. You guys, I think I've been talking too long. Next, the I cannot talk. Star Spangled Ornaments. These are absolutely darling. Oh my gosh, look at the flip-flops. Look at the watermelon and the popsicle and the flag and the patriotic Uncle Sam hat and the heart. Oh my gosh, so cute. So this is the next in their series. They have done a couple of these already. I'm sure we're going to see some more. Absolutely adorable. Thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. And then I have to say, so my friend Karen and I were talking well, we were all talking, but Karen and I kind of agreed about this. At least on my end, I wasn't very excited about this next pattern until Kimberly showed them in her Flosstube and showed how tiny they are and showed them in little pillows. The Uncle Sam one. So Fat Quarter Shop sent the Typeface series Patriotic. And I have to say, they've all kind of grown on me, but I love, love, love Uncle Sam. And I think I need to stitch him to add to my patriotic decor. But look at them in these little pillows. They're tiny. It's so cute. So thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. And finally, this will be in the giveaways today. The June Stitch Quarterly came. Look at this bag. So when I do the giveaways, I'm not going to go through this all again, but we're going to unbox it right now, or unbag it right now, and you can see what's in it, and it will be the bag and everything that comes in it. So it's this darling bag. It does have that cute little gusseted bottom. And inside, let me pull everything out. Oh gosh, this is so nice. I love this. This is a little 10 by 10 pressing mat. I have a big pressing mat and I highly recommend it. This is a great little size. So cute. So you're going to get that. Then, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, that's cute. This is my first time seeing it. I waited to open it. Okay. You get You Are My Sunshine pattern. Look at that beach house. Look at the palm tree. That is darling. Oh my gosh, so cute. So you get the pattern for stitching that. I am going to open this. You get a 14 count Aida. I have to see it. I have to unfold it and see it. I'll put it back in nice for whoever gets it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this Aida. Holy cow, that is so cool. This is a 14 count Sea and Sand Aida from Fabric Flair, I figured, since it's screen printed. Imagine your beach house stitched on this. This is amazing. Okay, let me put it back in here. Wow, this is a good one. This is a really good one. I'm excited for whoever wins this. You'll have to share your progress, because that is cute. And then you get all the DMC and a John James needle to stitch this. I love that. Basically, you can open this up and start stitching. This is what's amazing about the Stitch Quarterly. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. If you like, it is only quarterly, so that's going to be every 3 months. And you get a fun little surprise in the mail and get all kinds of fun things. And of course, a needle minder. If you love to collect needle minders, and it obviously matches the stitch. So this is the June Stitch Quarterly for 2023. You guys, this is an amazing, amazing, amazing kit. And a pressing mat. And everything goes in this bag. So this will be a giveaway today. Thank you so much, Fat Quarter Shop. Love, love this. Stitchy mail time. So I am going to insert right here. I actually went through a bunch of Stitchy mail, but I have a bunch more to share. So I am going to insert that first part that I filmed earlier right now. So I got this beautiful card from Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. And then she sent this Jolly Bar book, volume 4. And so this will be a future giveaway. She said that she got one of these, but she already had it. And I thought it was so sweet of her to send. These are fantastic, you guys. So that will be a giveaway one of these days. Lisa, thank you so much. And thank you for the beautiful card. Nancy shared a couple of patterns with me. More than likely, these will be giveaways. These are patterns from Country Cottage Needleworks. They're absolutely darling. Frosty Forest and actually Snowman's Cottage and Snowy Reindeer from that collection. So thank you so much, Nancy. Judith sent me a beautiful sympathy card. Thank you so much, Judith. I appreciate it. Lots of sympathy cards here. So I appreciate all of the kindness. I have a lot of cards. So beautiful. I love this one. Danielle sent me this. I will treasure this. Absolutely gorgeous. Vanda sent me this beautiful rainbow card. Definitely works with the theme this week. And I think this one's from Tabitha. This card is from Tabitha. Just a beautiful sympathy card. Absolutely stunning. Thank you so much, Tabitha. I loved this one. Very simple and gorgeous. Alana, thank you so much. But I thought this was beautiful. I thought the sentiment was beautiful. So stunning. I love that stamp. Joyous in Christ sent me this beautiful sympathy card. Thank you so much, dear friend. And this one is from Molly. She also sent me a beautiful sympathy card. And this is one of my favorite dies from Hero Arts. Gorgeous. Not a lot of companies do super great sympathy, or didn't. This was one from many years ago, I believe. I love it. And then I got a thank you card from Tina and Stitchy Friend Group. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this card. And you guys are just so sweet. She said Gina gifted the beautiful handmade cards. They had gifts for each other and they got together and they made this one for me. They all met in my Facebook group. So if you guys have not joined the Facebook group, join. But they get together and they Zoom stitch, and you too can do that. Meet a group of friends. The Facebook group is fantastic for that. And they got together in person. And so they just sent me a beautiful card. And you guys, I treasure it. Thank you so much. And it was so fun to Zoom with you ladies too and get to see all of your beautiful faces. Okay, so this isn't exactly stitchy mail. Hold on. But I do want to share the things that, so I gave the rainbow bag, the decorative pens, and the color and cotton rainbow floss to my friends. My friend Heather Nichols made these bags for everybody. You guys, first of all, if you are not a fan of binding, look how beautiful. Heather is amazing. And yes, she sure did. Foundation paper piece, the cute teeny tiny butterfly, heart, and beehive. Absolutely precious. I want to show you. I mean, look how pretty. And this is finished. Amazing zipper. Probably going to put a bee zipper pull on here. And beautiful lining. And then she just kind of stitched it down here in the bottom. So she left an opening and flipped it. So another amazing idea and beautiful bag. And then inside here, I did slip in here what my friend Karen gave. Look at this. Is that not cute? I'm going to put that on my laptop. And then I got loads of little rainbow charms that I need to turn into like zipper pulls or maybe just floss ring decor. What's that called? You guys, I don't even know what you call them. Look, they come in all the colors. They're so cute. I think did I show that one? Anyway, so thank you, Miss Karen. I'm going to put these back in here so I don't lose them for the moment. Because let's be honest, that's what I do. And I have a mess in my room. So I don't even really want to admit that. Oh, I haven't even opened this bag since I got home. I have so much cleaning to do, everybody. Sorry for the crinkling again. Okay. So my friend Shari, look at these needle minders. Are these adorable or what? Crafty Snail. And it's craftysnail.com. Absolutely adorable. Thank you, Miss Shari. Let's put these in my bag too. Okay, these are the patterns that Shari gave me to stitch. We don't really need to talk about that. That's not a gift. My friend Lori put lens cleaner in the bag for cleaning our Daylight Hey logos. I really need to use these immediately. And then she made us finishing kits, and she stitched. I'm going to take it out and show you. So this is the Chantal 141 design boards for polar plunge, but they can obviously be used for anything. Look how cute she finished these. I mean, the paint job. I need to get a patriotic stitch for this. She included some fun ribbon, some sparkly twine, and then she covered these 1776 buttons. She stitched and then did the button cover. Aren't they cute? So I've got to find the perfect thing to stitch to put on here. Thank you, Miss Lori. So much fun. All right. I'm going to just stick all of that down here. And move this. It was all in a cute bag too. All right, the rest of my stitch email. So Diane sent me this beautiful card, and she made this darling little bag. So I'm going to leave it open to show you first. Also, look at the darling little zipper bling. I think it says blessings, or yeah, isn't that cute? Has all kinds of cute little charms and doodads on it. Scissors, a cute little wood spool that you can decorate or add a stitch or something. Very crinkly, I'm sorry. I'm going to take it out now. I wanted to leave it all cute. This is a magnetic pin cushion. I have seen these, and it is from Fat Quarter Shop. If I have room in the description, I'll link it. I might not. I have a lot to share today. So that was sitting in the bottom of this. And look at this cute little bag. And it just zips up. Also, this is a little zipper inside. I don't know. I should have shown that before I started. I wonder how that works. Is it just decoration? I don't even know. You guys are getting to see for the first time. I'm just so excited. Diane, I love it. And then it can just, I think, just like hang. Oh, it's so cute. I love this. Thank you, thank you. I will treasure it. All right. I don't want to lose that. And then I wrote it down, didn't I? Julie, yes, I did write it down. It's on my list. Julie sent me some fun socks. and she knows me well. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, I love fun socks. So we got some bumblebees and patriotic. I love these, Julie. Thank you so much. In fact, I'm going to put a pair on. My feet are cold. I got some more wonderful sympathy cards. This one is from Molly. And I have to say, Ethan and I were both very moved. Brody was black. He was a black Shih Tzu. So absolutely darling. Molly, thank you so much. So cute. This is from Karen. Another sympathy card for Brody. And it's absolutely darling. Inside, she included a beautiful poem. And I treasure that. Thank you. This is from Susan. Susan sent me a card, and she also sent an Amazon gift card. Thank you so much, Susan. That was so sweet of you. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Barbara. Barbara messaged me and let me know that there was something in my post office box. I'm glad she did, because I had a lot because I've been gone and then busy. She is just incredible. And some of these, she says, let me look here. Yes. So I'm going to save the one she made specifically for me in my patriotic Flossiversary summer style stitch. I'll share that one last, but she made a bunch of these, and I am going to use these as like giveaways. So they're like our rings that we can put floss drops on, and she has charms on all of them. I mean, there's loads of them, you guys. So these are going to be giveaways eventually. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Running out of room. But I want to show you all of these that she makes, because I know I've shown some of the others that she's made before. They're just amazing. And these are fun. And if you don't want to put them on, or if you don't want to use them on the big ring, take the ring and you can put your floss on that, and you can always use these as zipper pulls on your bags if you want. Cute little Halloween one. Oh my gosh. Lots and lots of patriotic ones. I do think I'm going to actually use some of these as giveaways for a Flossiversary sale as a bonus giveaway. These are amazing, Barbara. You are so kind and generous, and I am beyond touched that you share these so generously with everybody, excuse me, in our community here. Adorable, and they are absolutely amazing. So let me show you the one that she made me. I mean, I suppose I could have any of those if I wanted to, but I would love to share her beautiful work with everyone. And this is so me. I love it. Look at the patriotic flip-flop. So cute. Thank you, Barbara. I absolutely love it. But wait, there's more. Barbara also sent some of these. These are the artist little wood mini hoops that you get at Hobby Lobby. Thank you. I think I maybe mentioned I had a hard time finding them. But wait, there's more. Then she sent project bags. Look at this one. And she added a cute little cat charm on it. So fun. So fun. Absolutely adorable. And Barbara is an amazing, amazing project bag maker and sewer and quilter and stitcher and all the things. And you guys, my love of Sweetwater. This is Sweetwater fabric. I love, love, love. Look at that charm. I love this so much. How cute is this? And then she did that kind of wide, oh, that's great. Things just fell. Zigzag stitch on the front and the back of this bag with the mini charm pack. Barbara, thank you so much. Look for your thank you card. Everyone, look for your thank you cards coming this week. Well, thank you guys. If you've hung out with me this long, let's do some giveaways. I do want to mention from Flosstube 45, I have not heard from Terri Lischerelli for the Teresa Kogut Beauty Fades. Because I've kind of been scattered, I will give you until my next Flosstube. If no one, or if you haven't claimed it by then, Terri, I will pick a new winner that I will then announce in next week's episode. So, because I didn't get my video up, I did film this, but I'm just redoing it here. Because I didn't get that video up, the winner from Flosstube 46, and actually I'm going to show that the Beauty Fades chart right there. So the winner from Flosstube 46, which is the really nice prize, thank you so much to Primrose Cottage for Welcome to the North Pole. And then I did purchase this from a viewer who had 2 of them. This is the Welcome to the North Pole thread pack. You do need your fabric, and if you want to do the buttons, you'll have to get the buttons. But you get the chart and all of the floss to do the North Pole from Primrose Cottage. The winner is Maureen Chandler. Congratulations. Please email me at the email down in the description below, and I will get this mailed out to you. It is not too late to join in and start. It's not too late anytime. You can stitch it at any time. Several of my friends have already started, and they're quite a ways through the chart. So it's going to be fun. We're stitching along for the next 6 months, or if you don't want to start until later, that's fine too. But Maureen Chandler, congratulations. From Flosstube 47, there were 2 winners for the 14 count Aida, Yolanda, Rosa Cologne, and Pam Ward. Please email me at the address down below, and I will get these mailed out to you. The winner of Hive Rules. This is Shauna Marie Stitches. Congratulations. Please email me. And this was a chart from a viewer. It's the paper version, and just like the North Pole, Primrose Cottage does beautiful color charts, even in the paper. So absolutely awesome. The winner of the Stacy Nash Primitives to my friend Pinkeep is Jennifer Moreland. Congratulations, Jennifer. And then the winner of the 32 count Mint Splash Lugana is Kathy Simith. Congratulations, Kathy. If everyone would please email me at the email down below, I will get these mailed out. Do want to mention from, when was that? Flosstube 45. There was a gift card that was claimed right away, and then 2 of the others were claimed, and I also just mailed those out. I was kind of busy around that time, and so even if you email me, I just didn't get it done until this last week. But those should be on their way to you here Monday. So look for those if you had already emailed me. Okay, this week's giveaways, everyone. So for this week's giveaways, please leave a comment by Wednesday, June 28th, 2023 at 8 a.m. Central Time to be considered to win. I will pin that comment down in the comments as soon as this video goes live, and then I will update it when the comment section is closed for the giveaways. You can leave a comment at any time, but when the giveaways is closed, and I do extend it just a little bit because I normally film these a little bit earlier than when they actually go live. So that's why I do it that way, and give just about a week and a half to watch the video, leave a comment, and all that good stuff. So for today's giveaways, please be a subscriber, like the video. Please be a U.S. resident, be over 18. I do have to ask for your address, so I need you to be over 18. And answer the question, if you could go to any LNS, which is a local needlework shop, what is the shop that's on your bucket list? Or if you are lucky enough to have an LNS and you frequent it and you absolutely love it, let us know in the comments, and also let us know where it's located, so that if some of us are traveling or road tripping or going places this summer, maybe we can stop and visit at that shop, because my goal is to get to some of these that are around here. I'm very excited. After visiting, I have a wonderful local needlework shop, Heart's Desire in Wichita, Kansas, and then being able to visit a couple of these other ones, it's really fueled my fire to be able to visit these local needlework shops and support our local businesses. So this week's giveaways, I have 4. Leave a 1 in the comment if you want the Fat Quarter Shop June 2023 Stitch Quarterly. Put a 1, and you can leave a comment, put the number, the numerical number, don't write it out, and I do a random search that way. Put a 2 in the comments if you want the Hank Chicken Club. Put a 3 in the comments for the May Stackables from Fat Quarter Shop. And put a 4 in the comments if you would like the Simply Signs Summertime. And again, you have until Wednesday, June 28th, 2023 at 8 a.m. to leave a comment for what you're interested in. Thank you guys so much. I hope your Red, White, and June stitching is going well. I have not done the best job of posting on Instagram like progress photos, so I have some planned for this week, and I'm also going to share like close-ups of some of the quilting bag projects and things like that. I'm very excited to stitch live with you guys Wednesday evening for our Flossiversary Summer Sal. And I hope everyone has a wonderful stitchy week. I'm ready to get back into it. I know this was a long one this week, so for those who love the long video, yay. For everyone else, I am, it is what it is. I had a lot to share. I've been gone a couple weeks, but I hope everyone gets some great stitching in this week, and I will see you guys all the next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube stitching or quilting video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.